Good evening, everybody. Virco Gaming here. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. We're playing a little game tonight called Doctor Who: The Lonely Assassins. This is a found phone style type game in the same vein as Sara's Missing and SIMULACRA, same developer. So if you've played either of those, you'll know that one, they're absolutely terrifying, and two, they are really well done. The voice acting is a little cheesy in both of those. We'll see if it's any better here. I assume because it's licensed that the voice acting is going to be better. So we're playing with a character called Petronella Osgood. She was a huge character in some of the bigger episodes like The Day of the Doctor and the Zygon Inversion and Invasion. She's brunette girl, glasses, little question marks on her collar. So we're going to see what happens here. I assume we're going to find somebody's phone and the whole shitstorm's going to happen. Also, the little weeping angels in the background, those are the enemy here. So that's who we're going to be going up against, which is absolutely terrifying. I'm probably going to need new underwear after this, so let's get started here. New game. Alright, what do we got? Okay, let's enter our phone bet. I have no idea what the pattern is, so this is probably not going to end up well. Oh god. The phone's gonna fucking explode. Help. 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 Oh good, it looks like Osgood's intervening, so that's a good thing. Something about overriding. Missing files on the phone. Entering safe mode. Downloading Osgood OS. Okay. Assume it's gonna install. Yep. They always do a really good job with the phone interfaces. I wonder if it's going to be like the other ones where there's going to be like grayed out shit that we can't touch yet. And then eventually it'll be, it'll unlock as we go along. Yeah, just like this. And she's calling. Let's see what she has to say.
Lawrence, at last.
I'm not Lawrence Petronella,
the way you've
sorry.
been avoiding my calls,
I'm some random person that found this phone.
This isn't your mother, by the way.
Which I have a
unless
feeling.
There's been a horrendous mix-up with the time fracture.
The doctor gave us the phone.
I think you're not Lawrence.
No, I'm not.
Which means Lawrence is still missing.
Yes, he is.
Okay, I've not got long, so just listen. I've a funny feeling an old friend of mine made sure this phone fell into your hands.
That would be the doctor.
Which means you're the right person for the job.
Well, thanks. I feel like I am.
The job being, find Lawrence.
Okay.
I can't stress how important that is. Think yellow highlighter and circled in red several times. Yes, that important. Right, my friends call me Petronella. You can call me Osgood.
Hello, Osgood.
I'm an investigator, looking into the odd, the unexplained, anything on Earth or even beyond. And I've only just realized what a massive remit that is. No wonder I need your help.
I'm out of water, that's
sad. You and me are going to sift through clues, codes, and face some terrifying enemies. Sound like fun?
Sounds like fun.
Look, I've got to go. But I'll be in touch, because you and me, we've got a game.
I don't know if I want to play this game. Alright, couple things. If you've never played either of those other games, we will eventually unlock all this stuff. She unlocks stuff as we go. And then the background. Keep an eye on the background as we play, because that's going to change. And also the background on the phone will change up as we play, and it usually gets more terrifying as whatever the presence is we're looking for invades the phone. In this case, the angels. So first things first, let's take a look at the pictures here. We'll talk to her in a minute. See if there's anything of note in the photos. Beer, hotel room, food, a coastline. That's beautiful. A duck pond, it looks like. Ducks. More ducks. Beautiful clubhouse billiard room thing. Some random picture of a hiking trail, I guess. I don't know. Looks like a bus. Somebody's feet. Those look delicious. They look like turnovers, maybe? Meat. Aw, a kitty and a fox. That's cute. Somebody's nasty looking feet. Why? Who takes pictures of their feet? I don't know what that is, but it looks delicious. London? Guessing this is Lawrence. What is this thing? What do I do now? Oh, click and hold. Clue found. So apparently it's going to pop up here and we got to click and scan whatever we're supposed to. Okay. Anything else we need to look at? No, that's into the pictures. Okay, let's go talk to her. I don't do English accents like at all. I'm really bad at them, so I'm just going to talk normally in an American accent. Thanks for taking my call, and let me tell you what this is all about. The phone belongs to a man named Lawrence, who's connected to a rather fabulous person of interest. The doctor, most likely. Problem is, Lawrence seems to be missing in action. Intriguing. How can I help? I need to find Lawrence. Well, we know that. So you can help me by going through his phone. There may be clues as to where he's gone. Sounds easy enough. Great. Hang on, I may have something useful for you. I've installed a scanning kit on the phone. It'll highlight any potential clues if it works. Oh, it works. That must be the thing we use to scan his picture. Let's give the kit a bit of a test drive. You're quite the tech whiz. You're too kind. It's just a simple recovery tool, nothing too complicated. Let's start with getting a picture of Lawrence. He's bound to have one somewhere on his phone. We already have it. I already have it. You figured out the scanning thing? We sure did. Excellent work. Since you've scanned the photo, could you send it to me? I sure can. There you go. Upload. Male and approximately Lawrence's age. It's him, all right. You don't know what he looks like? Thought she knew what he looked like. Alright, so basically we just have to go through all the stuff that she's restoring and try and find clues that kind of go with this or help our investigation in some way. There's usually a lot of remembering stuff, random stuff, so you'll see me switching back and forth sometimes. I might grab a notebook for the next video to make this easier. Well, there are more files there, but they're corrupted. Odd. Odd, what's odd? Data gets corrupted all the time, but there's usually a pattern to it, a logical cause. You know, like damaging a USB stick when you drop it into a molten Zyton whilst conducting dangerous experiments in time travel. What? I've never done that. Don't worry, you still got... So the data isn't just corrupted, it's also out of place. Like a jigsaw puzzle with the pieces incorrectly connected. First time I've ever seen something like this. So what do we do now? Take a look through the new files, would you? If you can find out more about Lawrence and what he's been doing recently, might give us clues to where he's gone. Any clues from the bug you put on his phone? The bug, as you call it, was only meant to detect a specific set of things, space-time anomalies in particular. Excuse me, space-time anomalies? It's a rather long explanation, I'm afraid. Let's just say it involves wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. Let's stay focused, go through the entire phone. If you find anything interesting, scan it. I'll take a look. Good luck. Dude, the little nods to Doctor Who fandom are funny. If you've never seen the show, David Tennant, Doctor Number 10. That was his explanation for time not being linear. It's more of a ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. That's funny. Okay, so my first instinct right now, I'm not going to go through the chats because they're usually really long. So we're going to go through and check his emails first. These are corrupted files. Obviously, we can't look at those yet. Those will unlock as we go. All right, so let's just do this bottom one. So this is originally from an Amy Lennox. Dear Lawrence, this is Amy Lennox here. I hope you remember me. I was a friend of your mom. How are you, my dear? I haven't seen you since you were a wee lad. Pains me to write this, but I had the most unsatisfactory experience at your establishment the other day, and I wanted to bring the matter to your attention. I was at your cafe for lunch, so we know Lawrence owns a cafe or of some form. And my order was completely wrong. Now, normally I wouldn't kick up a fuss, but the young lady on duty that day was rather uppity and rude when I voiced my complaint. Well, you were probably a bitch, so you probably deserved it. I understand that it's hard to get good help these days, but you really must keep a close eye on the staff, my dear. Give an inch and they take a mile, I always say. I suppose if your parents were around, they could have given you this guidance, but Auntie Amy is here to help. Ow, what a... See, that's how I know she was probably a bitch. Who says that? Oh, your parents are dead, so they can't give you any advice, but that's what I'm here for. Who are you? Dear Mrs. Lennox, thank you for your email. Allow me to go over the events of the unfortunate day you chose to enter our shop. 1. You ordered a chicken parmesan salad. When this was brought to you, you asked if there was meat in it. She's one of those. To which the reply was obviously yes. You then flew into a raging temper and informed us that you do not eat meat. Then why did you order chicken, you dumbass? Well, you somehow managed to misunderstand the word chicken on the menu, our staff was kind enough to offer you a replacement meal. You responded by throwing your plate and cutlery onto the floor, so she's one of those. At this point, our staff had no choice but to escort you off the premises. Also, that uppity woman is my partner. Well, then it sounds like you deserved it. Given your behavior, Mrs. Lennox, be thankful that we're not pressing charges. Please do not patronize us ever again. Mom always did say you were a crazy old bat. Cheerio, Lawrence. Perfect response, especially when someone's stupid like that. All right, Henrik's. Henrik's order. Dear Nightingale, excellent news. Your order has been successfully delivered. You've earned the following store credit points to spend on your next purchase. Ooh. I don't know what the hell I bought, but cool. Thank you for shopping. Receive your order February 13th. Here's the order ID and the status. Review the order. Let's find out what he bought. Okay, so what is the order ID? 574320. What's the date? 15 February. 574320. It's a 13th. 574320. Order date was February 13th, 2021. Status is delivered. Submit. Okay, so it looks like we ordered balloons, a beer, 107 pounds. Holy crap. Vintage disco mirror ball, rose gold birthday banner, and silly string. So they're prepping for somebody's birthday. If I'm not there, please all the items in my car left it unlocked. Who leaves their car unlocked? Is it... What? Oh, hey, random delivery guy, I don't know, but my car's unlocked for you. Okay, let's scan this. I'm all antsy because I know some shit's gonna go down, and it usually happens pretty fast, so. This one is from Edward Flint. Dear Mr. Nightingale, I write regarding the recent renovations on my property. I understand that construction works can cause inconvenience to those around, and for that I apologize. That said, I must ask you to refrain from harassing me any further. I wonder what he's doing. What I do on my own property is my business, and I'm well within my rights to carry out whatever works I choose on my own home. If you do not desist, you will be hearing from my lawyer. Regards, Edward Flint. P.S. I should add that I do not appreciate your childish scare tactics. I do not believe for one solitary moment the outlandish tales you tell about my property. I see them for what they are, poisonous poppycock. Poisonous poppycock. Okay, so I wonder what's going on with this property. Scan this. Okay, cool. Let's go back to the home screen. How is Lawrence calling us? We're just gonna decline that. I don't know. I don't know who that is, and I don't know. What, dude? Told you, dude. God. All right. That was probably not Lawrence, and if it was, I don't know, one, where he's calling from, and two, why did his piercing eyes just hit me right in the nuts? Because that's literally what just happened, and that shit was horrible. Okay, so we've got a couple clues. Get back there in a minute. What is our goal here? Take a peek at his emails. Okay, his chat history. Did that. We did that. We just haven't sent it to her yet. Okay, so we need to scan the order info. Oh, we need to look at the chat history. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Henrik's, we already know. We read that already. Kathy. Happy birthday, Kathy. It feels odd to say that again. I miss you, Kathy. I miss you so much. Baby an X? When is this from? 29th of January. So much happening now that's dredging up old memories. I wish we spoke more, especially after Mom and Dad. Oh, sister. More than just me phoning you whenever I needed a place to stay. I know I can't change things, but I just want to be your dumb brother again. You're always the smart one, and I'd be giving anything to go back to that, to have you here. Hello? Kathy? No, I'm sorry, this isn't your sister. I didn't mean to interrupt, but well, there's no easy way to say this. My name's Graham. I'm the current owner of this number. I wonder if this is Graham from, Doctor number 13, from Jodie Whittaker's doctor. Oh God, oh God. I've done that. My apologies, Graham. I should have known that the provider would have sold her number by now. I'll stop. Alright, really, I'm sorry for your loss, mate. Thanks, Graham. I appreciate it. Listen, you can keep sending messages if you want. I won't read them, promise. Well, it's awfully generous of you, but it's alright. Probably should have said those things when I could anyway. I understand. The offer still stands if you ever change your mind, though. I'll remember that. It's no problem. We'll hope you have a good day, and I'm sorry about interrupting you. Oh, well, that's sad. Wonder if his sister's dead. It kind of sounds like she died. Just depressing. Let's see who Sally is. Hey, Sally. This is from March 2017. Hope I caught you before your flight. Just wanted to wish you good luck. You'll do great things in America. The world isn't ready for Sally Sparrow. We've got everything covered here, but don't forget once you've got your big, exciting life going there, yeah? Well, Larry, don't be so dramatic. I'm moving across the pond. It's not the end of the world, but thank you, Larry. I know I'm leaving London and the store in capable hands. I'd never doubt a Nightingale. Promise will make you proud here. And I'll send a postcard to you peasants when I make it big here. Oh, shush. I wonder what she's doing. Maybe we'll find out later why she's heading to America. Mo. Okay, this is from January of this year. You're bailing again, Larry? The campaign's been on pause for weeks. I know, I'm sorry, but work's in the way, and I have other things going on. Maybe go ahead without me just this once? What, you're our only healer, plus Tom's a complete murder hobo. It'll be chaos. Must be Dungeons and Dragons or something. We should kick him out of the group if he keeps that up. See, this is why we need our cleric, his infinite wisdom. We just have to aim for a session after Dazza's party. Okay, so Dazza must be the one they're planning the party for. Are you sure you're okay with the planning, since you're busy and all? Positive, I want to make up for everything. If you insist. Alright, tell me if you need any help. Yeah, you got it, Mo. Okay, from February, so a little under a month later. Got everything ready for Dazza's party. Yep, stuff should get delivered by this week. Excellent. You're the best. I can hardly wait. Hopefully, anyway. You never know with Henrik's. Okay, so now we have a corrupted piece, so we're going to scan this real quick. How this shit happened. Like pop-ups. What the hell is going on with this phone? Let's scan it again. There we go. Okay. Wait, how many packs are you getting? Getting a keg. Yes. He hates surprises, but the keg will definitely make up for everything. Did I mention you're the best? Only every other day. So it sounds like Mo's like his best friend or something. The modesty on this one. Just saw the list of stuff, mate. Disco ball. You're a proper legend. I know. I'm the best. Okay, we're now into February 17th. Hi, mate. Party day's almost here. Need any help bringing the stuff on the day of? Might help myself to the keg first. Larry. So Larry must have disappeared here. Don't leave me hanging, man. What's going on? Just trying to give Daz a decent party. Serves me right for depending on you, I guess. Well, that took a turn. See what he says.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, man. I just got back and Dazza told me about Nats. You must be like crazy worried.
I don't know what Nats is, but I'm sure we're going to find out.
You probably thought I was well out of order with my texts about the party. But obviously, I'll take care of all that. You need to focus on finding Nats. And hey, I'm here for you, Loz. Whatever you need. Even if it's just a talk. Don't be one of those dinosaurs who thinks talking about problems a mug's game. It helps, man. I should know. Listen, I'm going to give you another bell later, okay? And we'll find her, yeah? You and her, you're going to be together forever. All right, later.
Okay, so Nat sounds like probably a girlfriend or something else. Let's scan this. Okay. So Mo's apology. Mate, sorry about everything again. I'm here for you, know that. Call me if you need anything, whether it's a bite to eat or just take your mind off things. I'll be over in a flash. 19th, still nothing. Are you okay? I wanted to check in with you. Popped by earlier, but you weren't around. Good to know you're out of the house at least. Left some stew me mom cooked up near your post box. Please take care of yourself. That stew ain't gonna be good anymore, bro. And the 22nd, so what, 3 days later? Larry, man, I know it's hard times, but don't go silent on me. Yeah, you're worrying me, man. If not me, then ring Daza, Hamish, or anyone, really. You know we've got you. 2 days later, Larry, please talk to me. No one's seen you in days. Where are you? So he's obviously missing. That makes sense. Alright. Go tell Osgood what's going on. Let's upload the chat first. This isn't terribly encouraging. I mean, there's bad news already. Not so much bad news as no news. Which I suppose could be interpreted as bad news. Could be in the situation. The item you scanned, thank you for doing that, by the way. It doesn't really fit in with any of the existing data we found so far, which means we can't use it to uncover more data. Okay. I keep going then? Absolutely. I'm convinced this is significant somehow, which I'm sure it is. It might not help us recover data, but I think it's a lead worth following. Keep going. I'll let you know if anything interesting comes up. Okay, let's send her the argument. Sounds like typical neighborhood stuff. Tiff. Sounds like a typical neighborhood tiff. Outlandish tales, huh? What has Lawrence been spreading about Flint's property? Think Flint would retaliate? He sounds like a decent enough person, though I use that word lightly. Decent, not person. It's not unusual to have problems with your neighbors. But for it to escalate this far, there must be something more to their dispute. I'm sure we'll figure out what that is as we go. His apology. We'll upload that. Nat sounds like an important person to Lawrence. I'm thinking it's a fiance, girlfriend, wife, something. Sounds like something happened to her, poor woman and poor chap. I wonder what happened between them. Isn't it a little exciting that we're the ones to find out? I love investigative work. Sorry, pardon the glee. These are real people, of course. Say, is there anything on who Nat is to Lawrence exactly? Knowing that will give us a better lead. I'm sure once we unlock some more stuff, we'll find out. Here's the party supplies one. Ah, this must be for the party Mo mentioned in his apology. That was my question. Who just leaves their car unlocked? Safe neighborhood, maybe? Or blind optimism? Some people don't grow out of that. No. Probably have to remember that. 71 Timber Street. His home address, I presume. Might need to swing by there to make sure he's not been lounging about all this while. But we know a little bit more about our friend Lawrence now. What do you make of it all? Maybe he got tired of the city life? I don't like the other two answers in there. I don't think he just took off, but the other two answers were not something I wanted to click on. Looking at his life so far, he doesn't seem to be the type. Seems like an ordinary person, except there's no such thing as an ordinary person. So what seems significant about Lawrence? There was an incident with a woman close to him. I don't know what the incident was. Yeah, I definitely think this missing person is very significant. Certainly worth looking into. I agree. You think something happened then? I mean, I definitely do. Well, I'm not 100% certain, to be honest. I've also realized that Lawrence hasn't tried to find his phone. That strikes me as odd. How do you know? I mean, I agree, especially phones. They're fucking expensive. I've run 54 checks and he hasn't called his phone or texted it. And he hasn't done any of the other Find My Phone things you normally expect. But he did call the phone. I answered it. But he did try to call his phone. What? How did it slip by my sensors? I don't know. Never mind. What did he say? Where is he? These weird flashing images appeared. Not a regular call then, is it? No, definitely not. I'll see what I can do if it really is him trying to reach through. Perhaps the line was bad or whatever it is. It must have been serious. Yeah, I agree. Maybe it's related to your person of interest. I think the doctor has something to do with it. Possible. You know, I didn't expect anything to come out of tapping Lawrence's phone. But I learned that my person of interest left some rather strange video recordings, which I traced back to a shop near here that specializes in rare DVDs, which in the Blink episode of David Tennant's era is the DVD that was found that introduced the angels. So I think this is kind of tying in a little bit to that episode, so that's a good thing. Lawrence was just one of the shop employees I tapped. Who uses DVDs anymore? Well, that was very advanced technology back in the day. It sure was. Anyway, good theory, but I suspect there's something more to all this. We should see if Lawrence experienced any unusual events in the past week. Right, where should I start? I've managed to use the data you scanned to recover more files. There might be more clues in those. Scan them, and then we'll see what we can piece together. Okay. So Mo and Sally, we got more chat there. Oh, we can finally see Natasha's or Nat's chat. Like he texted Mr. Flint. More mail. More pictures. Okay. So let's look at... Let's start with the gallery. Okay, so there's a downloads one that we can't look at yet, but let's look at Nat's one. Oh, she was pretty. She looks very content here. It looks like, I mean, it's staged, obviously, but it looks candid, which makes it even funnier. What the fuck is this? Check this out. And what the hell happened to this picture? This is like way double exposed. Here. Scan this again. Okay. Okay, so it looks like whenever anything gets corrupted, we have to clear the corruption first, or clear whatever it's doing weird to get whatever is back. But it looks like we can't see this picture because it's obviously corrupted. Then there's this weird double exposed image. Well, they look cute together. Yeah, the broom guitar pose. I have many a picture like that. Oh, they were engaged, so they were definitely his fiance. God, please don't freak out on me again. All right. Okay, so that's it for Nat stuff. We've got the one picture we can't look at yet. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Look at this. This random stuff changing about the phone's background. It's so subtle that if you're not really paying attention, you're going to miss it. All right, let's go into his mail. Looks like we got 2 of the 3, and we got another one here. Let's just start with this top one. Dear Lawrence, someone has sent an update to your report. Please click the link below to view, which we can't because we got to scan it. Registering on Find Me. Whatever you're going through right now, we're happy and provide support we can. Please head over to the home page and start finding a loved one. Okay. Okay, we don't know the date she went missing. This is probably the home address if they lived together that I said we'd have to remember. I gotta go find it again. I don't know how old she is. She's obviously a female, but I don't know her eye color, so we're gonna have to go figure that out. Okay. Oh, hold on. Maybe nope. I bet she disappeared before then. But wait a minute. Because he stopped answering texts before this date. So who's registering to find her? Because he stopped answering Mo's texts before the 19th. That's weird. All right, let's scan this one. Okay. What's going on? Okay. Okay. We're gonna read that one in a minute. There it is. This will now be a clue unless it freaks out again. Okay, good. That's now a clue. Okay, so we can't open this link yet because it's still corrupted. Crafts featured article. This week we take a look back at one of our older articles, explore rather surprising installation outside of a Van Gogh exhibition. Maybe it's something to do with Vincent and the Doctor? Where the Doctor took Vincent Van Gogh back to the future to show him how his artwork influenced people to try and keep him from committing suicide, which he ultimately ended up doing anyway. Let's see what we got. Okay, so there's the TARDIS. That's important. It was during the Louvre's 2010 exhibition of Vincent Van Gogh's work that I encountered a most unusual piece of art. I was, of course, no stranger to the Van Gogh exhibit. Though magnificent, his painted works were familiar to me by this point. No, it was a sculpture, one not even placed in the exhibit itself. Be this one. A friend and I came across it outside the building, standing rather imposingly before the doors. It was a large blue telephone booth with police markings. Naturally, we became curious as to the booth's contents. We tried to get in the box, but the doors would not open, and the windows were frosted, so we could not see inside. Amid our puzzlement, a loud pulsating noise came from the box. We stepped away in shock, only to see it vanish. We debated the significance of the work for hours. After this day, I believe it remains one of the most mysterious and ingenious criticisms of our world today. There's nothing else to it. It's just the TARDIS. There's a damning commentary on the lack of transparency in police work and an embodiment of the frustration felt by the public in the search for answers. No, it's not. Whether we do, we cannot find the artist's signature anywhere in the sculpture, but whoever they are, I commend them for their ingenuity and boldness of their work, and I look forward to seeing more, as it's what this world needs. Okay, so let's scan the picture. Okay, so there's that. We had one more email, this one, because we had to click on this when it was all corrupted and weird. You were mentioned a comment by JJ Jackpot in the following thread. Weird phone corruption. Click on the link below to view the thread that you've been tagged in. Okay, let's take a look. So this was originally posted by him. We're obviously logging in as Lawrence. Looks like Jackpot had some issues with his phone. 99% certain I've got some virus or bug glitching everything out down to a few last security protocols at the Mo. Worst part is so much data has been corrupted. Apologies to those waiting for my updates of Wester Drumlins. Wonder what Wester Drumlins is. Those batch photos were the first to go. So Eyes Wide Open said, might help if you tell us what kind of glitches. He said mostly just weird patterns of numbers, but I know it feels like there's an image. Everything keeps shifting, so I can't tell what I'm looking at. That sounds familiar. I think I'm actually experiencing some kind of phenomena on my phone, or it's in my phone. I don't know. The virus is just burning through my phone right now, corrupting everything. I've tried to delete the source file that I traced it back to, but it's like the virus is always 2 steps ahead, behaving like it's got a mind of its own, which it kind of does. The really weird thing is I feel like something's watching me through my phone. Well, that's not creepy at all. Like it's slowly waking up and forcing me to look at it. Where's the cat said? Are you telling us you've got some eldritch horror on your phone? You're all looking for the unexplained, right? Here it is. I'll go up and scan that in a minute. And I'm getting these strange dreams, hallucinations, even when I'm awake. I keep thinking that my arms are turning into stone. Definitely angels. Keeps moving, the pictures. I look away for a brief second and it gets closer. That's what the angels do when you... That's what the episode's called, Blink. If you blink or look away from them, they're fast, and they can move really quickly. And it looks like he tagged him and said, you were right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wester Drumlins, don't go there. Don't go. So there's something with this Wester Drumlins place. Take a breather. It'll be all right. It's too late. It's here watching me. That's wonderful. Okay, let's scan this. Okay. There's that. Okay, so we've got all those clues, and it's darker now. But that's fun. Alright, let's look through the chats real quick. We got a couple other ones. I don't know who this is. 9th of January. Psst, Izzy. Yes, Larry. So I want to get a surprise gift for Nat, but the usual flowers seem boring. Any ideas, like? Oh, Larry, what have you gone and done now? Nothing. It's always the thing. Why do women assume that we did something wrong? Come now, you can tell me. Nat's my bestie and all, but I can keep a secret. I'm serious. Can't a man do something nice for his lovely wife just because, right? Sometimes we just want to do nice things. All right, all right. I know she's been talking about the new Indian place. Last Days of Raj, its name. You want me to get her curry? Trust me, she'll be thrilled. Okay, curry it is then. Can I just add you to her sickingly sweet? I say it with love. So it looks like Nat disappeared 17th, somewhere around, just from this first text. Is he just checking in? Have you heard from Nat today? No, actually, why? Larry's everything all right? I don't know. She's not been replying to my calls or texts. It's not like her to be this unresponsive. Oh no, maybe her phone's out of battery? I'll try asking around too. Keep each other posted, yeah. Thanks, Izzy. From 11 p.m. Larry, no one's seen or heard from her. I'm really worried now. Larry? I'm here. I don't know what to do. Coming over, we'll go to the police. Okay, so 2 days later. Hi, Larry. How are you? Let me know if you need a chat, all right? We'll find her, Larry. Don't give up hope. So 19th is the day that they registered with the Find Me. But obviously, Larry's not answering any texts, so he had to have been missing by this point. Larry, don't shut yourself off, please. We're all here for you. Okay, that's that. That's that. Okay, Mr. Flint's the guy he's having arguments with, so we'll see how this goes. This is back in January. Hello, is this Mr. Flint? Who is this? If this is a telemarketer, I'm not interested. I assure you I'm not here to sell you anything. This is Lawrence Nightingale. I live near your new property. Friendly neighbor, is it? Forgive me, where are my manners? What can I help you with? That's all right. Is it just Flint, or that's Mr. Flint to you? The hell, who says that? Now, what do you want? I won't ask a third time. Right, I'll get straight to it then. There's some concerns regarding your property. Whoever the real estate agent told you, they're lying. It's not safe to go there. Don't go into the house. Calling my cousin a liar? His cousin must have sold the house. Pardon? My cousin's the one who sold me that house. My cousin's the estate agent. Are you calling them a liar? Not what I meant. I apologize for insulting your family, but that's not important right now. You need to stay away from that house, Mr. Flint, please. I don't know what you're playing at, Nightingale, but I won't be told what to do like some bumbling half-wit. Perhaps if we talked over the phone, I could explain better. You have 1 minute. Hung up? Yes, because, like my cousin, I'm a liar, too. I suggest you stop pestering me with this nonsense. Good day, Nightingale. Okay, and the 14th. Mr. Flynn, I apologize for the heated exchange. Perhaps we got off on the wrong foot. Please allow me to make amends. Why don't you pop by for supper sometime? My wife and I would like to give you a proper welcome to the neighborhood. I suppose things can get lost in translation with these modern devices. Very well, I accept your invitation. Excellent. Hopefully we can sort this all out. So we invited him to dinner. That's good. Maybe you tried to reconcile a little bit. So nothing new from Mo. Unless the corrupted chat is now available to read. Oh, still corrupted. Okay. We'll get to Nat in just a minute. I want to save her for last. Let's go with Sally. There's something... What's the hell's new with Sally? What's this? Okay, so we got new stuff from Sally. This is from the 18th. So I thought he disappeared then. Maybe not. Let's find out.
Hey, Sally. I know it's been a while, but this is urgent. Nat's missing. It's like she just up and disappeared. It's them, Sal. I know it. They did this. I was... Sorry. What was I thinking? It's just... You're the only one that gets it. You were right to escape.
I was gonna say, I wonder if she left because of the angels, and it sounds like that's the case. Please don't jinx the phone. What do you mean Nat's missing? We did everything we could do to prevent this. I didn't have the heart to tell you, but someone bought Wester Drumlins. So Wester Drumlins is the house, I'm guessing, that the other dude, the Mr. Flint, lives in. What? Larry? I couldn't do that to you again, Sally. I made you a promise. Believe me, I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen, and now she's gone. I'm coming home. We'll figure it out, okay? I'll get a flight first thing in the morning. No, don't, Sally. If it really is those things, you and Natasha are the only people I care about. As much as I want to face this with you, please don't come back. I can't let you do this by yourself, Larry. You sound just like her. She wanted to help, too. We'll get her back. I'll contact Rainey, see if there's anything she can do about selling that place off for good. Just be safe, okay? And please stay. Okay, I hate this. Promise me you'll be careful. You're a brave man, Larry Nightingale. I think I've heard that once before, and you'll hear it again from Natasha next time. Well, at least she's optimistic. Okay. There's that. I like this. This is cool. You can see the new replies. All right, let's look at Nats. 3rd of February. Oh my god, I slept through my alarms. Been there, done that. Why didn't you wake me? It's an hour past opening. Because I made the executive decision to give you the day off. You're ill now. You need to rest. We're meeting the new suppliers today and Mrs. Morris from the foster home. Are you sure you can manage all of it by yourself? There'll be like 12 kids for the tour. I've got it covered. Your notes are detailed. Plus Oscar's here to help as always. Trust me. Knowing Oscar's there does make me feel a bit better. Larry and Oscar. Of course, you too, hon. Fine, I'll stay home today. Let me know if you need any extra help. All right, Nat. There's some soup on the stove, by the way. Oh, did you make it? Sure, if heating it up on the stove after it was delivered counts. I suppose I appreciate the thought. Thank you, Larry. Have a good day at work. Hope you feel better. 16th. Nat, important question. Did you head out without me noticing? Texts are coming from inside the house. Anyway, could you get me a pint, please? The kitchen's right next to you. But I'm right at the best part. You've only watched Trainspotting, good movie, 100 times now. I don't know how you can stomach it, honestly. It's a classic. And I never know how you can sit through Lawrence of Arabia. It's only about 3 days long. Lawrence of Arabia is good too, but it is a long movie. Now that's a real classic without any gross out scenes. Right, engaging plot that man, desert, and even more desert. Well, the whole atmosphere and mood, and might I remind you, Peter O'Toole was a national treasure. I agree. He was quite the dessert in the desert, too. Well, can't argue with that. Well, I just realized this film came out over 2 decades ago. It makes me feel old. Dude, you're telling me. We'll have to grow up at some point. Excuse me, you're the same age. 45. Okay, so she's 45. That's another clue for the find me thing. Are you implying that I'm a geriatric? I'll get the pint. Want me to bring you some iced tea? Smooth operator, yes. For what it's worth, I'm glad you chose life with me. Okay, so she disappeared on the 17th, just from these texts. Hey, Nat, where are you? Kettle's left on. Was there an emergency? Where are you? Please give me a call. I've been looking everywhere. Please call. Please be okay. Okay, so 17th of February. Okay. Let's go to... Okay, so she disappeared on the 17th. This was 71 Timber Road, I think. I think that was the address. 45. Eye color. I think it's brown, but let's go look at the gallery just to be on the safe side. Here, maybe? Yeah, brown. Browser. Brown, sex, female. Search. See if this finds her. Okay, maybe the address is incorrect. Let's go back to Osgood. She was talking about the address somewhere up here. Timber Street. Okay. I was close. 71 Timber Street. Browser. Find me. Okay, let's go back. Domain. Okay, 71 Timber Street. Next, brown. I didn't click the gender. Eye color, brown, gender, male, search. There she is. Natasha Nightingale, missing since 17 February. Age. Okay. Direct message. Update for you, buddy. I'm afraid it's not good news. I poked around and you were pretty much the last person to see Natasha. No signs of forced entry or anyone coming over the fence into your home. And from what you tell me, pretty much all personal effects are still in the house. So she clearly didn't go anywhere on her own. Checked in with a couple of pals at Scotland Yard too. Had them run every database I could think of. Not a sniff, not in the whole of London. I hate to sound corny, but it's like she vanished into thin air. Sorry, Lawrence, but she's your wife, and I know this must be hard to hear, but this is the deadest of dead ends I've ever seen in my 16 years. I think this investigation's over. Okay, please don't freak out on me. Okay. Okay, so that's all. God. All right, let's go talk to her. Let's start with. Let's do Lawrence's concern. Wester Drumlins. Must be a state of some sort. I'll look into it. They seem scared of the place. Good catch. Buildings are truly anomalies of their own. People go on about mysteries of space and the ocean, but buildings can hide even more secrets in plain sight. And this one, every time that happens, I get tingles up my spine. What is Harks?
Shark 1747. Shark 1747.
Okay.
Shark
1747. Okay. That was a call. The signal is odd. Well, at least she could detect the call. Who was it? It was some woman, I think. It was hard to tell. I think. What did she sound like? Voice modulator, maybe? Audio distortion. Yeah, definitely audio distortion. Hard for me to guess without hearing it myself, but it seems like a hijacked phone signal. It'd be the data corruption, because I don't think it was a scam. I think it was something that we needed to hear. Dark 1747. Check the call history, see if the number plays back. I'll look into it when I can later. Okay, so let's check that real quick and see if we can redial it. They had the number saved in the phone, and there it is right there. I'm curious. Let's try calling Lawrence back and see what happens. If we get anything on the phone. The line's busy. Okay, let's try Harks again.
Shark 1747.
Okay, so at least we can call the phone back and get the same response. Okay, is Natasha missing? Natasha must be the woman Mo was talking about. She was his wife. Yep, sure was. The authorities are no help. I'm sure they tried their best. They're just ill-equipped to handle something of this magnitude. Well, I think it has something to do with space and time. I mean, it's the angels, so it's not normal. Natasha didn't leave the house, and there were no signs of forced entry, so what happened to her? I wonder if Lawrence accepted this, or if he decided to take matters into his own hands. This one, Sacred Circle. Sacred Circle, this is a conspiracy theory message board. Used to peruse it myself for some fascinating insights and never pegged Lawrence to be the type. What was with this Jack fella experiencing glitches with his phone? Have you seen anything like it? Well, we're kind of having the same issues now. Sorry, my back itches. Not at all. This is the first I've heard of something infecting your phone like that. And it's not a simple technical bug. Looks like it affected him psychologically, too. That's horrifying. Jack's last words about Larry, he was right about Wester Drumlins. Yeah, another mention of that place. But I think it's important. Something tells me this won't be the last reference to it. All roads lead to Rome, or a creepy house in London. We'll get to the TARDIS here in a minute. Let's do the corrupted mail. Aha. Progress. Okay. Great, these items are useful. I know, I feel like I'm just scanning to scan. Well, useful is a relative term, but the items are more like fragments. Two pieces you scan connect to each other. What does that mean for us? Hard to say. We still don't know how that fits in with the other data on the phone. But my guess is that all these fragments connect to these two. We'll get a better picture when we've got all the pieces. So keep calm and carry on scanning, okay? Do the corrupted photo, because apparently the corrupted ones all connect. Good or bad Tell me. See, it's puzzling. We did guess correctly. All the fragments just seem to fit together. It looks like we are getting somewhere. You just told me it was good. Guessing something's not making sense, though. You're really getting to know me. Well, and you're spot on. You see, that's 3 pieces now. And none of them link to the other data on the phone. They should, but they don't. It's almost like they were never supposed to be on Lawrence's phone. Maybe the last piece will make sense of it. I think you're right, or at least I hope you're right. Go get the rest. I'll be waiting. Okay. Let's do this one. The gallery. Looks like Natasha and Lawrence were happy while they were married. Well, until now. They are adorable together. I know, they look like such a precious pair. Saddens me to think that something terrible could have happened to either of them. What if we're too late? I don't like to be a pessimist, but in this case, I don't know. There's a chance of finding her alive and well. If not, then we help someone gain closure. Either way, we have to try. Hope isn't lost yet. I've had a closer look at what you've sent me so far, and I'm seeing some worrying inferences in some of the data. I think Lawrence and Natasha may be in serious trouble. What kind of trouble? That I can't tell from the data at this point, but we'll have to find more and fast. We'll need to redouble our efforts on finding Lawrence and Natasha. What about your person of interest? Can't they do anything? People are in trouble. They come first. Okay. Then we call the police. These disappearances were run-of-the-mill mysteries. We could leave it to the police, but there are other forces at play here. Ideally, UNIT would be best agency to handle this. Types of odd cases are our specialty. Okay, so first mention of UNIT. Well, because I've seen the show, that's how I know. What? How? This is highly classified information. But you've come this far, you deserve to know. The Unified Intelligence Task Force, UNIT for short, our job is to keep Earth safe from extraterrestrial threats. Officially, we don't exist anymore. Unofficially, some of us kept going in secret to solve this time fracture debacle right now. Wow, should I be worried about this time fracture? Not yet. I'm sure we'll get a handle on it eventually. If we don't, well, the less you know about the possible end of the universe, the better. But back to the matter at hand, it's down to us to solve this. What do you think we should look into next? It looks like Wester Drumlins might be important. You're right. Lawrence's messages to Sally do imply that there's something off about that place, and it's connected to Natasha's disappearance somehow. Lawrence's voice message also implies a them from Wester Drumlins. Good spot, I noticed that. What are your thoughts about this ominous them? Well, it does feel worrying, that's for sure. my thoughts precisely. At any rate, Lawrence specifically mentioned Wester Drumlins. That makes it our next lead. I managed to recover some new data so you can find out about the place. What are you going to do? I'm going to investigate Lawrence's house personally. It's probably smart. With both him and his wife disappearing, let's hope I'm not the next one to go missing. Okay, so we got Sally, Mr. Flint, more mail, more pictures. Let's enter this last clue with the box. Evidence of the Doctor. Yep, that's the TARDIS. Large blue telephone booth with police markings. That must be the TARDIS. Time and relative dimension in space. Time travel and space travel. Why visit a Van Gogh exhibit when the Doctor can meet him in the flesh? I suppose this isn't a medical doctor. Ah. No, not at all. It's complicated, but long story short, that's my person of interest. I like to keep tabs on him, or them. It's hard to keep track. That's the problem with time-traveling aliens, I suppose. They don't always show up in the right order, and sometimes not always in the same body. But that old phone box is always a dead giveaway. Now, somebody who's not accustomed to this would be confusing. Especially though them, her, that they're time-traveling aliens. Like, this is just normal to her. The Doctor in a police phone box just seems a little incongruous. The phone box for making house calls. I gotta do that one. I'm ashamed that I'm laughed at that terrible, terrible joke. That phone box is actually a TARDIS. Could call it a spaceship, but it can travel through time as well. Its appearance is just a disguise or a cloaking field. It's the chameleon circuit. Osgood got stuck in a police phone box. It was the 60s? Well, that's when the show came out, about the 60s, so that makes sense. And now it can't change again. It's supposed to blend in with wherever it ends up in time, but obviously this one doesn't because it's stuck. Time-traveling alien doctor. Why not? I mean, at this point, you might as well just roll with it. That's the gist of it, yes. I have to say, all things considered, you're adjusting to all this remarkably well. Anyway, this discovery proves my hunch. Lawrence was indeed looking for the Doctor. I also suspect that the Doctor had something to do with you getting a hold of Lawrence's phone. I think so, too. This Doctor sounds fascinating. Doctor does have a certain charismatic pull to them. And people end up dying around him, her. Can't even help. You can't help but want to know more, even if it puts you in danger. We must focus on finding Lawrence. But if you come across any more references to the TARDIS or the Doctor, send them to me. It might give me some leads on the Doctor's location. Yeah, background's still weird. Okay, so we're going to leave this here for the first episode. We made a little bit of good progress. We found some good information. Natasha's missing. She went missing before Lawrence, usually a couple days before. It sounds like there's a couple other people who are involved here. Mr. Flint moved into Wester Drumlins, where apparently the angels are a thing. And it sounds like Lawrence and that guy on the message board knew about them. It also sounds like Sally had an idea about the angels, and she got away from them by moving to America, although I don't know how that's going to get her away, but that sounds like what happened here. Also, this background looks like people, doesn't it? This looks like a man and a woman. It's the shape, so I'm wondering if that's supposed to be Lawrence and Natasha. That's interesting to see. So it looks like we've still got to do more emails, chats, more photos, and we got to find one more corrupted fragment and some more information about the TARDIS. That's optional. I'm guessing that's probably going to be an achievement-based type thing. So next episode, we're going to definitely take a look through these galleries, the chats and mail, and see where that gets us. So thank you all for watching. I definitely appreciate it. If you like what you saw, please keep up with me by subscribing and clicking that notification bell. I also stream on Twitch, usually on Fridays, Sundays, and Tuesdays. So if you want to check me out there, stop on by. Usually play some Destiny 2, sometimes Phasmophobia, sometimes some other things. So if you like what you saw, thanks for stopping, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Peace.